is Eva Manorama, Department of Commerce, Faculty, Milagros College, Mangalore. Today we will study about royalty accounts. So what is royalty? So the term royalty here means it is a benefit which is given by a owner to the other person. That is, the lessor who is termed as the owner, he is giving some benefit to the other person who has been termed as a lessee here. We need to know the difference between rent and royalty. So rent is being paid on tangible assets, while royalty is being paid on intangible assets always. And we also need to know that in royalty, here the amount is being given for the special benefit or the privilege given by the owner to the other person. Here the owner is being termed as a lessor, and the other person who is getting the benefit is being termed as a lessee. So here the benefit what he is been deriving, for which the benefit he is going to give, that is being termed as royalty. Now there are some terms we need to know in royalty. One is minimum rent. So minimum rent is the amount which is given for n number of period for which the benefit that is being got for n number of period or n number of years. So the amount that they give for that n number of period, it is called as the minimum rent. So this minimum rent, initial periods, it may be nil. So the lessee, he will still have to pay some amount to the lessor. For example, if a owner who has been termed as a lessor, if he gives his mining field for lease to another person, so the lease, that is the person who is taking that particular mining field, he has been termed as a lessee. So for that initial periods, he would not be getting any income. The lessee would not be getting any income. So at that point of time, the lessor is being paid some rent, and that rent is being termed as minimum rent. Next one is short workings. So what is a short working? Short working is when the minimum rent exceeds the royalty amount, there will be nothing but short workings. And this short workings, it is recouped in the subsequent years or as per the number of years mentioned in the question. We also need to know that the royalty amount that is being received by the lessor, it is a form of an income which will be transferred to the P&L account, and for the lessee it's an expense. So it will be debited to the royalty account in the books of the lessee. Now coming to some of the journal entries. So we also need to know in the books of the lessee that there are two types of journal entries. One, when there is minimum rent mentioned in the question, and one more when there is no minimum rent mentioned in the question. I would just like to highlight upon three entries here. One is when there is minimum rent, when minimum rent is there. So there, when minimum rent is there, the first entry we have to pass is for the minimum rent due. So the entry will be minimum rent account to the lessor's account. Second one is when the minimum rent is being transferred, and in that year, if in the number of years, if you are having short workings, the entry will be royalty account, short workings account to minimum rent account. The third entry is when the minimum rent is being paid. So the entry will be lessor's account debtor to bank account. One more entry I would like to make a mention about recoupment. So the entry will be lessor's account to short workings account, and if there is any royalty that is to be transferred, the entry will be P&L account debtor to royalty account. So these are some of the entries of royalty account in the books of the lessee under when there is minimum rent account. Thank you.